Back to Lee High School, where a meeting's underway right now on whether to rename the school, which is currently named after a Confederate general. Just before that meeting started, there was a demonstration outside the school. Teacher Amy Donofrio addressed the group. Today, we learned she was reassigned away from the classroom after refusing to take down a Black Lives Matter flag that was hanging in her dorm room. News4JAX reporter Joe McLean has been on top of this story all week. Joe?
And as you just said, there's really two stories going on here tonight at Lee High School. First, we showed you at the top of the newscast that fifth and final meeting taking public comment on whether or not to rename Robert E. Lee High School. And just ahead of that meeting, perhaps the biggest demonstration we've seen so far, calling for the name to be changed, occurred out here. Who appeared at that meeting? Amy Donofrio. That takes us to the other story that broke this week. And just to give you a little background, we interviewed Donofrio on Monday about a viral video showing some footage from previous Lee High School meetings. That night, one of the men featured in that viral video, who was seen making some inflammatory comments, well, he took to social media calling out Donofrio for having a Black Lives Matter flag hanging outside her classroom. The next morning, administrators told her, you have to take that flag down or we will. She refused, and that night administrators took that flag down. That led to yesterday when students were outraged by the move. They planned to do a demonstration, but then administrators shut it down, saying that they didn't go through the proper channels to set it up. And then today we learned that Donofrio has been reassigned. She's been taken out of her classroom, still on the payroll, but she's been reassigned to a temporary status as an investigation into human resources, into violations of school board policy gets underway.
Hey, Joe, did the school give a reason for removing Donofrio from the classroom?
Yeah, that's a good question. They weren't specific, but they did say that the Human Resources Department, they said, opened an investigation into allegations of what it describes as potential misconduct under school board policy, and they say state rules for educator conduct. The district also made clear that she is being presumed innocent and that, again, she still is on the payroll. I will note that a message today from Superintendent Diana Green said that there are several matters involving Ms. Donofrio that are being reviewed by Human Resources at this time. So it's unclear if the Black Lives Matter flag controversy is the only issue that Donofrio is dealing with.
Well, Joe, what does district policy say about all this? Did she break the rules?
And we've been looking into that this week. DCPS employee rules, well, they're pretty clear when it comes to teachers using their position to influence or attempt to influence students on any issue. Then an employee memo from December specifically mentions social causes and specifically mentions flags, banners, and signage. The issue here is the wall on which that flag was hanging. Well, that's district property, but Donofrio has been arguing, including tonight, that the district should be supporting the movement. Back to you.
All right, News4JAX reporter Joe McLean reporting live for us. Joe, thank you.